Today it's Gearheadgirl versus Keyboard Warriors. Welcome Gearheadgirl. Welcome Keyboard Warriors. The latest VinWiki video about PM Lubrication has the Keyboard Warriors commenting, "Gearheadgirl, are you ready to take on the Keyboard Warriors? Keyboard Warriors, are you ready? Then let the commentary commence."
Freely roam. Yeah, OG fan. Prob the reason VinWiki is saying is for your supercar stories and needs. That was me back then. You hearted and changed your whole intro to that. This ain't it. You know her stories just to get on the show. Rather hear an old timer tell me the same true story 900 times. Right, so I'm not quite sure what you're trying to say there. But if you would like us to get in old timer to tell you the same thing that I've been trying to tell you guys, we can probably arrange that. So thanks for commenting. Echo Man 6358. Car Trek! Yes, Car Trek in New Zealand. Let's make it happen. That would be awesome. Thanks for commenting. L1A1 Rocker. I wonder how it compares to Valvoline Racing Formula Oil. I've been running it in my old school hot rod engines for decades. Great stuff. But do not run it in new modern engines. It will clog and break sensors and stuff. Honestly, we would love to know how it performs against Valvoline race oil as well. We would love to put it to the test against all the other oils with a third-party independent testing and have analysis and comparison. Like, we would absolutely love that. So if anyone out there knows anyone who does that kind of thing, I don't know, motor oil geek, Bob's the oil guy, we totally welcome it because I love science, I love data, and the more facts we have, the better. And yes, you're right, what race engines may love, newer emission sensors and such like that may really not, so it's always a good idea to check the specs and see if a particular oil is acceptable to run in your vehicle. Mini Bike Madness. GTR is overrated. All right, so instead of me addressing this, I'm just gonna let Renaissance Actual address that. And I quote, "Says everyone who's never had any experience with them." Enough said. Thank you, Renaissance Actual. Andy from Beaverton. Numbering your car 666 automatically means you're jinxed. You know, you're not the first person to say that. I like to think that if you take the jinxes, the 666, the Friday the 13th, happy Friday the 13th, everyone, and you just turn it into your good luck charms, then all the jinxes don't really affect you. I don't know, black cats are lucky, but it's all superstition, so it is what you make of it. And to be quite honest, 69 was taken, which is my normal race number, so. Guara V. Joshi, 6310. Great story, and glad to know ethical companies still exist. Thank you. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And it is good to know that there's still good companies and good people out there who are actually trying to put out a quality product and not just maximize their profits. Rain Dog 00. Never heard of PM oil. How expensive is it? She makes it sound like liquid gold. I'll be honest, when we first bought it, it was stupid expensive. It was just stupid expensive. And we were like, well, whatever, we'll just give it a try because we're trying everything. And then when we had the results we did, that's when we're like, all right, we got to get all of it. So we paid a lot for it. But when the supply dried up, we still couldn't get it. So it didn't matter how much money you had to pay for it, you couldn't get it. And that's why we're so grateful to actually get in touch with the manufacturers of PM Lubrication. Now, these guys have took over from the original owners. Thankfully, the new owners realized that you can't just jack up the prices for no good reason. So the prices have actually come way down compared to what they used to be. Because it is a premium quality oil, the base stocks are better quality, the manufacturing process is more expensive. You shouldn't expect this to be a cheap oil. We're just not out there to compete with budget oils because the quality is so much higher and there's so many more benefits, and you can safely extend out your service interval, which actually kind of makes it cheaper when you do the math. But the price does vary. So currently, it's not even available in the US, so I don't know why all you guys are like, oh, it's a commercial, it's a commercial. It's like, you guys in the States can't even get it. Like, unless you want to jump on a plane and come over here, you can't even get it. So stop complaining about that. But the prices in Australia are different than the prices in New Zealand. PM Australia has the distribution list on their website, so you can get in touch with the distribution companies and get the latest up-to-date pricing. You'll find Vaultworks in the PM Lubrication distribution list, and if you want to get in touch with us, by all means. But currently, as I've said a lot, right now, PM Lubrication is only available in Oceania, so if you're not in Australia or New Zealand, I guess you better get on the plane. Kong Fam 6861. Is this a joke? You can buy a proper 1060 weight racing oil made by Shell. What do you mean a joke? Now, this isn't a joke, and yes, you can buy various racing oils of various different viscosities all over the show from various different brands. That's not even a point of contention. It's a known fact. We're just saying that we used a heavier viscosity from a name brand top shelf oil, and we did not get the results that we've had with PM Lubrication. This was really a last-ditch effort before modifying the car further and adding in more oil coolers or something, is because Granddad swore by PM Lubrication, so we're like, whatever, it's cheaper than modifying the car, let's just try it. And honestly, we were quite surprised. And that's what set us off on this whole thing, because all oils are created differently. It has a lot to do with what type and quality of base stock you're using, what additive packages are in the oil, how fast those deteriorate, and what happens with, shear stability and stuff under pressure. There's a lot that goes into it. All oils are not created equal. And the more that I looked into this, because we used to change our oil every 2 race meets using name brand top shelf race oil. And then we switched to this and we found out that you get a better quality oil. You don't have to change your oil all the time. You get a better quality oil that you can scientifically prove that lasts longer, can sustain pressure under high temps, doesn't break down like the other oils do. I mean, it's night and day for us. But you don't have to take my word for it. You can try it yourself, or don't even try it. Keep topping your oil. Origin Saft Zero. Absolute BS advertisement. It doesn't even make any sense. Racing oil suffers from quicker additive breakdown, and especially one that has high range like 25W60, which is on the extreme range, and yet she claims that somehow using it allows the customers to change oil less often? Firstly, again, it was a car story about how a car changed our career, because majority of the audience, you guys aren't even eligible to buy it. So, secondly, yes, race engines are subject to some of the fastest breakdown due to high temps and heavy wear conditions. We're not arguing that. We're not saying it doesn't. What we're saying is, yeah, with PM Lubrication, specifically the PM 404 race oil, if you've got a race car, you can extend your service interval. And you can test it and prove it. Because PM Lubrication, there's a lot of factors involved, but PM Lubrication uses high quality base oils. That's exactly why we love PM Lubrication, because it does better than the other oils. It breaks down slower than the other oils, and you can scientifically prove this. And yes, that's what lets you change your oil less often. And you can scientifically go, yep, nope, this is still good. It's not magic, it's science. Samba Max. This is all nonsense and doesn't stand up to the slightest breath of scrutiny. I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinion, right? But there is over 40 years of data and science to back this, so it kind of punches the slightest breath of scrutiny in the face. But if you don't want to look at the science, then, it's a lot easier to sit there and type A. The Ordorgio-san 2570. Never heard of this oil, and I run SAE 50 or 60 oils in my daily driver. Engine is an 89 Subaru EA71S, which specs 10W50. It's not like 5W50, 10W50, 15W50, 20W50, and 10W60 oils are all some rare thing. They are available easily. The SAE 50 oils are available at pretty much every auto parts store. 10W60 oils are available at any power sports dealer or BMW dealer. There are racing oils available in those viscosities from Redline, Motul, Amsoil, Shell, Mobil 1, and many more. I've never once heard of PM oil. Yes, you have probably never heard of PM Lubrication because it's an Australian oil. If you're not in Australia or maybe in New Zealand, you're not going to know about it. It doesn't mean that it hasn't been a company manufacturing and blending oil for over 40 years. Just because you haven't heard of it. Yes, weights of varying viscosities are available off the shelf at any auto parts store. That's not an argument. The fact that it doesn't say PM Lubrication all over O'Reilly's is because it's not available in the US, which is why the story was a story, not an advertisement. If you want PM Lubrication or you want to talk to people who've heard of PM Lubrication, you're going to have to hop on a plane and fly to Australia. Just because you've never heard of it doesn't mean it isn't good. John Clark, 1288. She acts like this is the only oil that you can do used oil analysis on to determine if the oil is still good. You can do that with literally any oil. No, I am not acting like this is the only oil you can test. You can test any oil. We will test any oil as long as you have a brand new sample for a control. We'll test it. We're not saying PM Lubrication is the oil you can test. You can test any oil you want. And we recommend that you test any oil you want. Take what you're running now, get that tested, try PM, compare it to that, see what the results are. Jeffrey Oldham, 55. Between a Lexus and the Nissan GTR, PM Oil has some damned good representatives. Thank you, Jeffrey. Comments like yours are why we do what we do, and we absolutely love to hear feedback like yours.
All right, folks. For the sake of timing, we're going to have to wrap this up. Thank you, Gearheadgirl. Thank you, Keyboard Warriors. And thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned.